Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. It's travel day! Today I'm talking about how to get through security fast and efficiently. So how do you get through security fast and efficiently? First, you take off these things because chances are you're going to have to take them off anyway. There you go. So when you come up to security, what do you need to have? What do you have to be prepared for? I mean, you got to take off your jacket, you got to take off your shoes, take off your jacket, throw out your liquid, your bottle. I mean, it's this whole crazy system. So a lot of people struggle with that. I travel all the time. I'm a motivational speaker, so that means I'm probably not at home. I'm on a stage somewhere entertaining folks, talking about risk and safety, talking about building their vision for themselves, and that's part of what I do. I'm also an author, which means I sit inside and stare at a computer a lot. So between the two, and authoring then allows me to speak more. Fascinating. But when you get through security in an airport, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you might be stressed about, or you might say, hey, I know this is pretty boring. Hang on just a second, because I've got some cool inside tidbits to make your day much easier and you get through security with much less stress. Now, as a guy running a YouTube channel, I asked is if you take a second and hit that subscribe button, you'll get my latest tips and tricks, my reviews on products, and motivational information, so it's well worth your value. Now, I'm in an airport right now, so you can hear the airport announcements and everything. And when I got to the airport, I mean, I literally walked up, scanned 2 seconds, and phew, I'm through security in seconds. It is totally awesome. So how do you do that? There are 3 different levels of getting through security. The primary way is to go with the masses, the cattle, with the little nose ring. Now, if somebody tampers with your luggage sort of thing, let's see, can you hear that? Oh yeah, you can definitely hear that. So if you go with the masses, generally you're going to need to show up at least an hour early. I've been to the Denver airport, the Naples airport in Florida, LA, of course. I mean, a bunch of airports when I got there, and there was a wall of people. It was like half an hour plus to get through security. Now they said whoever they is, TSA, and your travel agent and your Expedia online and your airline say, get to the airport at least an hour early. Now, let me help you with this. If you get to the airport, you plan to arrive based on what your phone tells you. I mean, you get Google Maps, or you get your phone, you punch that sucker up, and it says, 35 minutes to the airport. So you get to be there an hour ahead of your flight, no problem. Well, let me tell you, when you pull up to the airport, if you haven't been there in a while, a lot of airports in the country, including Salt Lake, and you can see the advertisement behind here, they're putting in a new terminal in 2020. That is dramatically going to change the traffic flow patterns, figuring out where things are. It can be incredibly stressful. Now, if you say, hey, I've got to be there at 1 o'clock for a 2 o'clock flight, and you roll up to the airport at 1 o'clock, how long is it going to take you to find parking? Ooh, didn't exactly think about that. Now, depending on the city you're in, it could be very easy to find parking, like say in Lewiston, Idaho, or I don't know, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, somewhere easy like that. Or you can go to LA, where it's like a major stress fest. Now, it's going to take you time to even find the entrance to get into the parking. And this is my whole story about how to get through security. So trust me on this one. My goal of this video is to cut your stress down to 0. That's the goal. So you've got to anticipate that parking could take you half an hour, from driving in to driving around to parking to grabbing things to walking 100 yards from your car, and I forgot my phone. I forgot my wallet in the car. Blah! So you start booking it back to your car or your SUV or van or whatever, and then you grab things and you start to stress like, oh my gosh, what else have I forgotten? Is my child still in here? I mean, it's really easy to do that. So you start digging around your vehicle. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot our passports. Yeah, easy to do. I've actually done it, not in my car, but I left it at home one time. Duh, I'm a professional traveler, and that was pretty embarrassing. Thank goodness I was able to grab it. So just by running back and forgetting something, you think you've got it all under control, stress level, you're already stressed out a little bit, you had to get up early, whatever, there's traffic. And now you got to the airport, and you're already like 10, 15 minutes behind this hour early schedule. Oh, okay, well, I've got my boarding pass on my phone. I mean, you can totally do that now. You can punch up the boarding pass on your phone, has this little QR code, and you're set, right? Then you get to the airport security lines. Holy bleeping bleep, Batman. And the line says, oh, from here it'll be 25 minutes, here it'll be 35 minutes, 15 minutes. But if I get through here, then I gotta go all the way to my concourse. And let me tell you, one of my very intelligent friends with a PhD, 2 master's degree, 2 bachelor's degrees, certifications up the freaking wazoo, his flight was at, say, 7:30. He showed up to the gate at 7:30, and the gate's closed, and everyone's, oh, yeah, flight's gone. And he's like, well, wait a minute, the flight's it's at 7:30. What the heck's going on? And let me pull up that illustration here. Oh my gosh, she's super smart, but dang. So, or like my flight's at 7:25. Yes, sir. And they say, sir, the plane rolls back at 7:25. But the flight leaves. No. The flight rolls away from the gate. Do you think you can really jump on the wing or on the wheel and get sucked into that thing? No. Doors close like 10 to 15 minutes before the flight, depending on what's going on. So even though your flight leaves at whatever time, the door pretty much closes the last 10 minutes before that flight takes off. So you've gotten there an hour early, and there's a 30-minute line, and you had to go back to your car twice, and all of a sudden you got to go like 5 concourses down. Now your time is to 0, and your flight was at 7:25 p.m. at night, and you had to get through security and all this, and all of a sudden you start, hello, TSA, help, I'm going to miss my flight. Now, mind you, this is, say, a Saturday, and you had all day to get ready, all day to get there. The extended security screening with a little X-ray zappy thing that people are protesting or whatever, I don't know the whole theory in that, although I know people with plates in their bones, and it triggers there, so there's a thing there, but those are very slow machines. You have to step in, you have to put your hands up like you're getting checked out, woo, then you got to step through and it scans, and if there are a lot of people, that sucker backs up because it can only scan so many people per hour, period. And let's say a machine or two goes down or there's a problem. All of a sudden your hour early just goes to 0. Now there are lots of people out there that are going to say, Aaron, that's insane. I never have a problem. Believe me, after you travel enough, you'll have a problem. So what do? Couple tricks here. First, to get through security, if you're going to go with the cattle move, with no special processing, make sure you get your watch off. Make sure you get your necklaces off. Make sure you get your phone out of your bag. You put your phone into your bag before you show up. You get your wallet out, your purse, your whatever, and you get that all in your bag, because in the TSA line, you're trying to do that, or on the little rolly deal to the X-ray. Oh, I left my wallet one time at an airport in San Diego. Oh my gosh. Because I was distracted, I was stressed, I was trying to get everything in. I set it down for a moment, and then I didn't have my wallet for the rest of the trip. Let me tell you how well that went over. So, when you walk up to that line, you do not want to be putting things away. If you wear boots a lot of times like I do, get ready to get those things unlaced early. You don't want to be standing there and fiddling around with it. A lot of people wear slip-on shoes, ladies, sandals, flip-flops, whatever. But if you're in a snowy, cold place, which half the country is, half part of the year, you're not going to be showing up in cute little shoes, or you're going to have some sort of deal. So that's a consideration. But what's the magic to getting through this all commotion a lot faster and cut down some stress? 2 things. One is called TSA Precheck. You may have heard of it. You may see that when you show up in the line at the airport. Like, what's that? What's the big deal? Look, if you travel at all, even if once or twice a year, you're not looking at the economics of the Precheck fee, which is, I don't know, $50 or some such thing. And it's really not that big a deal. But the ability to show up to that pre-check line when the cattle race is going all the way down there, and you show up in the pre-check line, and it can be 5 or 10 minutes, or it can be like 0 minutes. You show up, you throw your bag on the x-ray, it blows through, you don't have to take your shoes off, you don't have to basically undress in front of everybody and wear a towel around your waist or a Speedo, right? All of a sudden, TSA Precheck can get you through quick. Once you get this known traveler number, virtually all airlines in the US support that thing. All major carriers, some of the discount carriers don't. And yes, you got to go through an interview, fill out an application, but it's stupid easy. It's easy to fill that application out. And I think the program, every application, once you're cleared, it lasts for like, I don't know, several years. So it's not like you got to re-up that thing every year. Totally awesome. I mean, it's almost like that pre-board where you see the kids go on the plane. You get to go on first. So that's a great way to cut down stress. Yes, you have to go into an interview somewhere. If you're in a podunk place, you might have to drive somewhere. Or if you're in a major city, it's really easy. Now, the pre-check interviews can be scheduled months in advance. So you just want to get on. I know you're thinking, Aaron, I'm just going to blow this off. Believe me, as soon as you get in that line and you hit that and you see the cattle line way the heck back, and you're in there like number 2, ready to go through, and you don't have to get all naked and put all your stuff out, and oh my gosh, you're like, why didn't I do this years ago? Believe me, you just got to do it, because then once you do the pre-check, you will get a little thing on your boarding pass that says, where is it? TSA Precheck. Sweet! And now you can blow through there. Now, pre-check, of course, is becoming so popular because of that at some airports the line can be 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 10 minutes. The CAD line can be way huge, but pre-check, if you for some reason end up a little late, maybe there's a wreck on the road, dang, thank goodness I have pre-check, but I'm still super tight and stressing. There's a new thing. It's not very new. It's called Clear. The website's clear.me. It's available in, I think, 20 plus airports now. Now, I am not sponsored by TSA. Obviously, it's government. I am not sponsored by Clear, full disclosure. But let me tell you, yeah, TSA Precheck, you pay $50 or $100 a year, every 5 years, whatever. Clear is much more expensive. It's like $100, $140 per year, or $220 or $230 for a family. Let me tell you, I walked up to the Salt Lake Airport today. It wasn't too bad. The line was a little long. Pre-check was 3 or 5 people. I walked up to Clear. I put my 2 fingers down. Beep. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Linsdau. I didn't have to take my wallet out. All I had to do is show my boarding pass. They looked at me. Yep. They walked me up to the little guard station, and I walked right past the guard guy. I threw my luggage in front of everybody waiting at TSA Precheck, and they look at me like, what's that guy doing? How did he get in front of me? Okay, now, I would love to fly international first class all the time, but it's pretty darn expensive. But let me tell you, if you want the international first class experience as good as it can possibly get at all United States airports that support Clear, buy it. I know it seems expensive, but I was like, dang, it's really expensive, And then one day I got to the Denver airport, and sure enough, the line was over half an hour long. I was there late because of weather, just totally out of control. The pre-check line was crazy long, and I was like, what's this Clear thing? And some guy starts doing the sales pitch. We scan your ID, we check your our eyes, biometrics, all this spooky stuff. Look, trust me, they have all your info anyway. Just roll with it. Do you want to go fast first class, or do you want to be in the cattle line? You get up, you do the Clear thing, you check it out. Use that sucker once or twice. Again, above TSA Precheck, you'll say, what in the bleeping bleep was I doing before? Yes, it's much more expensive, but believe me, if you're in any airport city where pre-check is available, which is most of them, all major airports, but in the 20 plus airports where Clear is available, trust me, you buy it. Uh-oh, there's some kid there. I gotta block her out. Okay, don't want any kids on my video. So yeah, trust me on this one. If you want first-class, hyper-rapid service, get Clear. I know it's expensive, but believe me, it is totally worth the money. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. I'm here to help you with travel info, travel ideas to make your life better, give you product reviews, and make your entire experience in life motivated and inspired. Oh, gotta cover up the girl. My name is Aaron Linsdau. Please like and comment on my video. Subscribe to the channel below. Please support me on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you very much for watching.